The Golden Axe. Once upon a time, in a small village by the forest, there lived a poor woodcutter who stayed alone in a shabby little hut. His life was very hard. Every day, he carried his old iron axe into the forest to chop firewood, which he sold at the market to buy rice. The axe, though dull and worn, was his most precious possession and the only tool he had to make a living. One hot day, the woodcutter went to the river bank near the forest to chop down a tree. As he raised the axe high and struck with all his strength, the iron head suddenly slipped off the handle and fell straight into the deep river. The water was clear but fast and swirling. In just a moment, the axe disappeared. Panicking, the woodcutter jumped in to look for it, but the water was too deep and cold. After diving again and again without success, he finally collapsed onto the grassy bank and burst into tears. He cried, "Oh no! Without my axe, how can I work? How can I survive? My life is over." His cries echoed along the quiet riverside. Suddenly, the water began to ripple softly, and from the depths emerged a majestic figure with golden wings on his helmet and shining sandals. It was Hermes, the messenger of the gods from Mount Olympus. Hermes approached gently and asked, "Woodcutter, why are you crying so bitterly?" The woodcutter replied, trembling, "Sir, my old iron axe slipped into the river. It's the only thing I have to earn a living. Without it, I have no way to survive." Hermes smiled kindly. "Do not worry. I will help you find it." Saying this, he dove into the deep blue water. A moment later, he rose holding a sparkling golden axe that shone brightly in the sunlight. Hermes asked, "Is this your axe?" The woodcutter stared at the dazzling tool, his heart momentarily overwhelmed, but he shook his head firmly. "No, sir. My axe was only an old iron one." Hermes nodded and dived again. This time, he brought up a beautiful SI, almost as stunning as the golden one. Hermes asked, "What about this silver axe? Is this the one you lost?" The woodcutter looked at it sadly, then replied with the same honesty, "No, sir. My axe is nothing precious like that. It's just an old iron axe with a dull blade." Hermes smiled faintly, then went underwater a third time. When he resurfaced, he held an iron axe with a worn handle and chipped blade. The moment the woodcutter saw it, he jumped up in joy. "Yes! This is my axe." Hermes looked at him warmly and said, "I admire your honesty and your truthful heart. You did not lie or claim what was not yours. Because of that, in addition to this iron axe, I will also give you the gold and silver ones. Accept them as a reward for your integrity." Overwhelmed, the woodcutter knelt and thanked the god. From that day on, thanks to the precious axes, his life became much more comfortable. Yet he continued to live simply and work diligently. His story of honesty spread throughout the village and was passed down for generations.